Exner. And this one for EG hopefully will be a little bit smoother than it has been. A very close one against Team 1, 16-13 after a 15-5 lead, and then almost having a comeback happen again, a 16-11 from a, what was it, a 14-7 scoreline for EG?
Yeah.
So, a couple wild ones.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now we're heading into the unknown of unknown territories and Ancient as a map pick for EG. Again, I talked about this as a potential just like straight punish attempt from them. They got to come in with game plans here. If they're going to pick into this, they are no doubt comfortable in some sense on this map here. But we'll see how it goes out for them. Here, Pistol not looking too pretty, but they got the numbers punched in at the very least. That can make this round a whole lot more possible here. Smoke going to go down to allow for better post plants to take place here. Breeze going to play around this pillar to perfection. What is that? What a 3K from the guy. Absolutely decimating BHOP in that retake attempt right there and isolating those fights. That is a work of art from Breeze. And EG got to pick up the pistol off the back of it.
Nice, strong pistol from EG. Exactly what they need to do to kick this one off and get off to the board with a very strong lead on the T side. They need to pile up some rounds here early on. Get at least 3-4 rounds on the board. I think 4 would be enough to stabilize things on the CT half, but if they can get 5+, things should definitely be very good for EG on this ancient map. Not so ancient in how long it's been out in the pool, though, although it's been out for a decent amount of time. Nice opening there from Breeze, just walking through the smoke. Gets the dome. Beaky falls as well. 2 entries for Breeze. Needs to be careful not to get taken down, though. I think for EG, one of their problems was losing too many players on these anti-half buys, anti-force buy rounds. So minimizing those casualties will be a big boost to them moving forward. And so far, so good. 3 kills. Nobody taken down just yet.
Definitely as clean as can be so far. Breeze continuing off that pistol round. Man, that was, again, like, there's some glimpses of this guy that you can get in any given round. That is exactly what we've, I mean, obviously, like, we've seen it at the peaks of EG. In like New York and stuff, where he has been a heavy hitter for them, but you can see some of the mechanical abilities that this guy can do every once in a while, and it is a very, very pretty what he's capable of. Looking for a 4K Nealon, gonna walk up and take that one right away. Even grabs an AK, so worth the chase. EG move up to 2, but it's very promising. It's very pretty, and so far I like what they're bringing to the table here on Ancient, winning the pistol, winning themselves a couple of nice opening rounds.
Yep, very good start. And now they're going to have to go up against a nade stack, but I don't know what else is going to happen here. It should be a clean round for EG unless they walk into the nades, which all 5 are not going to go the same direction. A couple will go down towards middle, presumably, and the rest towards B. Although BHOP have held on to their nades for a decent amount of time now, considering that's all they purchased up were 5 HEs. Silas is going to take a little bit. Never mind, he's able to back away from it, but as EG are just throwing out their utility, their standard start. Get a little bit of nade chip, and now they're all congregated over towards B. The artillery strike is getting primed. And this one should be able to rain on through. Molotov into red room, and EG are walking into this one. They're going through. The nades are going to come to nothing, though. Nealon with a nice flicker round does get the first, and he's not able to save it automatic, unfortunately. Cirque has another couple of kills, though, and he's going to look for more. Swan's nade finally connects, and the damage is being dealt. Not winnable, really, though, for Beaky. The bomb will go down, and 3 players fall, though. That's a costly round for Evil Geniuses. Icing on the cake, though, no gun recoverable for Beaky, but if he's able to get Cirque, as Cirque is technically in that 1-dink range. This is a round which got way too dangerous way too quickly for EG.
Yeah, he's found himself a flashbang to hold on to for the next round. Can he find any extra kills? I think that's his priority with this long rotation. I don't think they'll be ready for this. Yeah, Cirque, definitely not the case. Knife out? It's a bit bold, in my opinion, but oh, it just might work. Hello. They're going to walk right up by. He gets him. Nice. At the end of the day, I mean, that's so worth it. Beaky, you would think, like, what's the deal with holding on to that USP, or what's the deal with trying this hard to do some extra damage right there? But with a whole extra kill, it only brings 1 surviving member. BHOP making that round so worth it. Even getting an op in the hands of Swan to open up after these first gun rounds. a lot of utilities back this up as well. So EG could quickly be on what is a struggling T side half if they don't close this round out. So their money would be shot.
Yeah, that's an issue. You lose that many players to a full eco, your economy just gets completely busted. There's no bailouts to save you. Bailout is called an eco. That's not exactly what you want to have. Lots of A room available for EG to exploit. BHOP have completely left this up. Swan's holding a more passive angle, but they go out through A main. This is a free site to be taken for EG. A smoke to ward off Donut. They have Breeze still lurking in towards middle. A very strong setup, a very strong read here from EG. The utility's going to come on through. The smokes are down. And let's see if the op's even going to be able to find a marker. Cirque could hold the angle. Brett will take down Breeze, who goes probing out towards mid. And there's still a lurk and automatic out towards the B side, too. But the bomb is ticking away, and the convergence towards the A side is going to happen. It's going to happen for BHOP, but they're running out of time. We saw him run out of clock, and that's a big pick by Beaky. Hex wasn't expecting the drop, and Beaky catches him on the smoke fade. Automatic making his rotation in. Neelan and Cirque with a pair of frags. Neelan doubles down from on top of the boost. Automatic has stabbed in the back now. It's all down to Swan, who has one with the pistol, but time is running out, and he's stuck on the site. He's trying to back away now. No real opportunity to get the defuse off, and he might not even be left alive either if Automatic has anything to say about it. The two will run into each other. No. Swan goes back in towards Temple to try and claim safe haven. Automatic's on the hunt.
Oh.
He just about narrowly misses that kill. So close and yet so far for Automatic, but great round to salvage for EG. Things got a little dangerous, but they never really let things go.
Love what they did there, though, EG. It's what I like to see out of a lot of teams on this T side, because games can kind of be a little bit gambly, I'll be honest with you. On this map, catching timings towards that A side is very, very, volatile in terms of what sort of defense you're going to walk into. You could walk into a hefty defense, you could walk into lacking presence here, but nice opening right there for Brett. Kick things off on a Breeze, not expecting him to be so deep out towards middle, so big pick off right there. Answered swiftly back, though, onto the saved op. Cirque's going to catch Swan off guard quickly, and now it's going to leave them have to pick up the pieces here. They look to reclaim this ramp side, but everyone on EG is going to wait behind the smoke.
Hex with the opener. Brett's working in, though. He's got an AK, and he can do some damage. There's Neelan gone, but Hex has doubled down, has the bomb on his back, and he's going to try and get through here to 3v2. Now it's a 2v2. Brett went to a 1v2, but Cirque has got the first kill he needs of 2. Bomb's going to go down. Another costly round for EG, whose economy is not allowed to stabilize, and Cirque's making the right read. He spotted out Beaky. Does he stick around for the fight? No. He thinks better of it, and he retreats to a more safe position. Has the op, and he takes a wallbang shot, does some damage, and swaps to an AK. Flash goes out. He swings around. He spotted Beaky, but the Deagle can definitely do him in. The spray's out of ammunition. 2 rounds to go. And Cirque's just backing away more and more. 10-second defuse being stuck by Beaky. He's going to hold. He's going to hope it works. Cirque is not peeking. Cirque is not peeking. He's got to peek. Beaky's off. Beaky could have won that.
Wow. I don't know what encouraged him to get off the bomb right there. I do think Cirque had that internal clock going, right? He knew opponent didn't have a kit, so he knew he had so much time to work with right there. Still cutting it close and still probably a little bit blessed by the fact that Beaky got off the bomb. But EG, again, what's so key is that they close out another round here. Now they're up to 5 on the C side, and I do think that if you're BHOP and you don't start to buckle down here and now, they're going to give themselves far too much room to work with right now. I mean, we're already at that point, right? Where Ancient can be so CT-sided that once you get the 5-6 rounds, you do feel like you've got yourself a very solid T half here. But splitting the difference, Brett, man, as hot as ever, is doing so much damage with an opening pick. But look where Neelan stuck his way out towards finding a massive gap on this B side here and claiming that side is his. And Cirque gonna plant right behind him here. The numbers punched in. They're in a retake with 1:20 left on the clock.
Nice work there from Nealon to get onto the site, clear it out. BHOP letting a lot of holes open on this map, though, in the early going, and already 5 rounds for the T side is more than what should be enough. Silas with a good double spray down. But Cirque and Nealon are going to try and come through here. The nade lands right at the feet of Nealon, though, and he can't kick that one away. Cirque with 1 exit, and that's all he'll be able to manage. It's the leg shot on the Brett, actually, so pretty good from Cirque, but he's not going to be able to do any more in this round. The first round on the board for BHOP comes at a very good time, because they can't really allow EG to get many more on the board, and the money for this T side is pretty weird as well, with Breeze and Hext both around 2K, everybody else at 4K plus. They'll be able to go for a half buy, they'll be or I guess a full buy, considering, with Hext on a Tech 9, Nealon on a... Never mind. Nealon on a Tech 9, Hext on an AK, Breeze on a Deagle, Cirque and Automatic also on AKs. Where's that Tech 9? Somebody bought a Tech 9. Where'd it go?
I don't know. We lost into the depths of the ocean. It's ancient. And then playing a dangerous game here, chasing down a Silas. If there's a Tech 9, that could have been a whole lot more scary, but up against the P250 and fully blinded up players, so that's about as easy as it gets right there for Silas. And look at the space that they're taking. Brett, 7 kills, doing such a good job right now, is going to extend to 8. Smokes off the line as well, and he's going to get out of dodge. This one looks to be very solid for BHOP at the moment. But everyone on BHOP now going to be bolstering up on that B side here. And if you're evil geniuses, you have so much space to reclaim. You're getting smoked off constantly at the double doors here. So it's going to buy another 15 or so seconds off the clock. They even have mollies to follow it up. So this round doesn't look any better as time goes on.
There's an opportunity they can get a pick towards one of the B players aggressing. They do, and Automatic actually gets a second. Brett comes up empty, finally picks up a kill. Hext is very low on health as well. Cirque isolated from his teammate by the Molotov. The smoke will give them some room. The flash goes high, and Hext picks up a big green gun. Spam from Ares could take out Hext, but the bomb's going to go down. 3v2. Retake it to come through here from BHOP. EG, though, with the op in the hands of Hext, can definitely get some damage done here, but he's going to go down early to Beaky, and Brett swings out wide. Cirque is gone. Hat-trick for Brett. Another hero play from him. He's been a shining light for BHOP. EG at the very least get another bomb down, but they should be on a half-buy coming to this next round. BHOP with 2 in a row. Yeah, it's half-buy territory for EG. Bomb plan keeping them at least somewhat relevant in terms of economy, but going for another force buy here. Not really the play. They can get 2,400 plus loss. They get a bomb down, they'll be more than happy with the buy. And we'll see what they want to go for here. Maybe even just Glock it out. Get something quick. Try and overwhelm a position. Couple upgrade of pistols going to come through here before the end of it all, and overall, even if BHOP do get to 10 rounds out of this half, EG still did enough to give themselves a foundation to build off of, and a foundation to try and really seal off this series in a 2-0 fashion with relative ease.
100% agree. That would be a big shift in momentum, though. It would probably be a massive confidence builder for BHOP if they were to close out in that fashion, but here's some resistance offered up from Automatic. Has to have his head on a swivel here. Brett, what? How did he get away with that, man? Bree's going to be kicking himself for dropping that one. He's usually been incredibly sharp with the Deagle today as well. But fumbling that one's a big mess up right there. Not the end of the world, though. I don't think that round was ever out of control for BHOP. They still hold steady. But there's more investments to come through from EG, and now they want to try and shut things down.
Double ops, though, for BHOP. Beaky has one of those, Swan has the other. And they've been good, both of them with the big green. No real...
Automatic just eating bullets there.
Yeah. Ooh. That's a big pick by Nealon, but he's the one who goes down. That leaves Tim very low, and Errors with the spam on the Breeze. That gives a man advantage over to BHOP in a big time, too. Beaky's forced forward by the Molotov, and he gets the kill because of it. Nice work there from Beaky to get out of dodge and get a kill for his troubles. EG look to lose 4 in a row here, as there's not much they can really do out of this round with just 2 players alive, and BHOP with a very strong defensive position posted up with the op watching A, Brett in towards middle, and then the 2 on B.
They're avenues to getting into this round are slim to none here with the coverage currently taking place. Although if you ever did want to hit a site, it'd be kind of towards Eris's department. You got a low HP Silas around the corner here, so the utility's starting to roll on in. You found Eris. That's one of the high HP members left, and you've taken very little as a result of going down there as well. Hex, got to be careful with the smoke spam, though. Dancing around the bullets. He's only going to take a few pellets to the leg here. No big deal. Brett playing it very composed, though, at the moment. He's got coverage. The short side, and it's all a game of timing. Who's going to step out first? Brett catches him off guard. That's a beautiful play from him, who's playing so very well. Looks to finish the job, and he will do just that. 15 now for this guy, who's currently losing 5-4. Which makes that scoreline even more incredible for him.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work here. Brett has been huge for BHOP going back to the last match, and this is just kind of a one-man army sort of deal we're getting from BHOP right now, and he's getting a little bit more support now. But even going back to Inferno too, Brett was the man who was getting so much of that initial work done for the squad, and he was the catalyst for them having success. This should be another successful round for BHOP, though, barring any crazy things, as all EG have are Tech 9s. And again, that's a very scary buy to go up against. That's a chunky boy, though, from Swan. Does a lot of nade damage. He'll just back away, try and keep the op up, but he doesn't connect that flick. He'll go back for the second time of asking. An automatic shot in the back by Breeze. Swan able to stick around for one more kill, but only one kill will come forward for BHOP, or rather for EG. BHOP collect both ops, and they'll be back on the buy again, but we're all tied up at 5-5, and, well, that 5-0 lead has evaporated quickly into the night. It'll be a buy up again from EG, though, to try and get something back on the board. Now, however, if BHOP are able to win 6 in a row, send the EG back to the pistols again, the sky is quite honestly the limit in terms of how many more rounds it can get out of this half.
No doubt. Again, you're looking to shift some momentum. Swan able to open up proceedings right there. As they catch Nealon trying to dive through the flames. Still want to slip the net on them. Breeze has been able to make his way in through mid-house. They got an A push coming. So a lot of this round relies on what Brett can do on this flank being activated here. Breeze has a flank of his own, though, at the moment. He actually lets one slip on by Swan covering, but not in time. In the meantime, Brett's going to strike right towards middle to answer things back. While you're good for one hit, he's good for two, but eventually bested by Breeze. Nice pickup from him. Another flank activating here. Bomb's dropped, and that's going to be mission number 1 here. They got to reclaim this control of the bomb. Air's going to dive through the smoke on ramp. Surely not. They're face to face inside of it. Automatic going to see it slightly delayed, and Air's going to pick that one up instead. Breeze not in the ideal location given the op scope right around the corner here. Steps out. Shoulder spotted. Nailed to the wall right there. Nice shot from Beaky. And there's going to be 6. There's going to be the lead taken.
Yeah, real nice stuff there from Beaky. Very good shot. Heads up play on the Breeze, and they do grab the lead. And this was kind of her whole point about Ancient. How well do you start off on your CT side? Unfortunately for BHOP, they didn't start off well enough. They went down 0-5. And that's a very tough spot to recover. Even if they do get to 10, EG should still have enough to stand on to be able to win the map when they get to their own CT side. Circle have a lot more freedom with the op on the CT side. The rifles don't have to be pushing into op angles. The double op for BHOP has worked quite well, but Brett's also been a hero. He's going to line up 3. It's going to be some eco frags, or do you call them eeks? I think I heard that term come out of your mouth a couple of times this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of good eeks right there.
Well, eeks.
Delicious frags, my favorite. The only kind I get.
I love the eeks. Gotta get them while they're hot. Teammates start hunting, that's when you start applying the team damage. You gotta slow them down. You're not trying that hard, you're not trying hard enough. That's Brett certainly trying hard in this matchup, though, so far. 21-6, man. The guy's trying to do his best automatic impression. That's exactly what he's doing right now for the team.
Oh, yeah. Nade's prepped and ready to go. Nade goes deep and does 6 points of damage onto automatic. Not too bad at all. Brett getting all this mid control again. And it's not really gone punished. The mid control that BHOP are able to get is literally free. And then Breeze is also going to give them a free 49 points of damage as he eats that nade. He sees it come through, looks at it, watches it explode, and then goes about his business. Nice and easy right there for that nade damage, but for Breeze, it's not going to make his life easy. Cirque's getting chunked down very low as well. The push comes up Snake, but Silas is gone.
Ooh.
Brett also removed, and that's a key piece gone. But look at the damage taken by EG. Nealon, 7 HP. Breeze, about to be gone here. Bit belabored from Beaky, but he does stabilize it in the end. 3v4, but the health actually favoring the side of BHOP, and now as Beaky's doubled down. The bomb's so far back, and EG have literally no room to work with except for Hext on a lurk, and he might even get removed. Whew. That's disgusting.
Some sharpshooting right there from Eris is going to actually extend that advantage here, and now Nealon completely separated from his teammate here. They have to make a decision. Might be able to catch Beaky actually in transition. If they did want to double back towards B, it would be the best read. It all comes down to what Nealon can do on his 7 HP left, but it's wide open for the taking. Maybe a bomb plant at the very best. That would certainly be acceptable there. Molly behind the smoke, but look who shifts right on past it. Beaky taking 50 damage, but he's going to get himself in a position where he's going to end the round pretty much. What? The fully flashed up. Beaky's going to let one slip on by. The Molly would have locked that one in, and Nealon going to let Cirque out to dry right there as he rotates in towards middle. I feel like he might have been able to stick around towards site and actually support a little bit right there, but instead it's going to be a converted run right there for BHOP.
Yeah, I think that could have worked out well for EG if they would have had a little more support, if it wouldn't have been just one player being hung out to dry. But even then, BHOP have really recovered this marvelously. They have turned the tide back into their favor. And when you look at what this once was and how dominant of a scoreline it was in favor of EG at the start, yeah, it is aged. Yeah, it's very CT-sided, but BHOP have won 8 in a row now. After being down 0-5. They kept EG low on the money. When BHOP started getting that damage done, you could kind of see the wheels were turning in their favor. And on the flank, Brett's going to get that kill. Get out of dodge here, at least for now. Automatic's lurking in towards Cave. But the hit's pretty much known it's going to be a B or an A play, and Beaky actually takes more damage than he gives. The bomb's going to go down. Automatic's flank is the saving grace for EG here, unless the rifles can hold down this side single-handedly. Because all 5 BHOP players are getting ready to go for this retake. Flash is going into Donut, and nobody has figured out where Automatic's coming from.
Just yet here. Nice pick off from Swan. Trying to keep things nice and composed here. But again, Automatic on this flank. He needs to activate soon, and he does so. Strikes for 2. He finds even a headshot. Goes for another. Going to take care of Brett. And Nealon steps up from above as well. So EG able to pluck that round out of the hat. And finally give a little momentum stopper to BHOP, who have been winning these rounds so consistently. Finally shut down Brett, who's been such a absolute force to be reckoned with on BHOP. And maybe that's exactly the little extra they needed to get into that CT side. I was starting to get convinced that BHOP are running away with things here, but as they've just been stopped with that round, I think maybe their chances at least a good half here are kind of closing.
Yeah, they needed that 10-5 almost assuredly. And now that 10-5 is impossible. They did some good stuff here, BHOP. They've definitely shown some good signs. But they haven't been able to do all too much more just yet. Utility flying in. DG turtling up, waiting for aggression from the CT side. It's another slower paced round here. And Brett's getting the timing right. Does he spot him over the smoke? Yes, he does. He mows down 1 and does damage onto a second. Hext has been removed from the equation. Breeze is still here. His Molotov will do literally nothing. Silas was over towards Cave, and he will just back closer towards the B site. And Breeze thinks better of tossing out the flames. We'll save that for something else. And now they go forward. Flash goes in the middle. Breeze clearing things out. Automatic will molly out Jaguar as well. It looks like a B end here from EG, as all 4 remaining players are going to group up for this take. Over on the site, though, Silas is here, as is Eris. 2 solid fraggers with only a flashbang to stall, but look at how fast the rotations are for BHOP. They know how low the time is for EG, who love these late takes. And then they go. They have to get the bomb down here. The spray from Breeze is pristine, though. Eris is gone. That Molotov's even better, and it's going to force Nealon into a very open spot. He's somehow still alive, and now he's not. The bomb is on the ground, and so is Breeze. The bomb cannot go down, and BHOP are going to win this last round of the half, unless Cirque and Automatic could come up with the impossible. The bomb is still ticking, but there's a flank in as well. Swan with a good connection, and Cirque on 6 HP. No time for this one, I don't think. No, he does just about get it, but is this 1v2 possible? 6 HP. No, it's not. He doesn't even get the first. And BHOP will grab their 9th. However messy that one came down.
Certainly messy right there. But a nice recovery from BHOP to close out a 9th. It was much needed as well. And in the chaos, I feel like, you know, we can see two types of teams. A roster that is very comfortable on this map and know how to play those 4v4 situations. They know how to get those numbers punched in before the smokes fade away. And teams that maybe don't really jump the gun in time to actually punch in the numbers in. And that's what we kind of got out of EG. Again, we came into this not really knowing what to expect out of this team either. Was it just a straight punish pick, or was it going to be a map that we saw some real depth and comfort on? And I feel like, I mean, I got kind of what I expected. I think it's more of a punish pick here. I think they really were hoping to deal with BHOP in that sense of catching them on a map that's uncomfortable here. And at the start, that's what we were getting, right? Not a lot of comfort in their department. Right now, I feel like BHOP have answered back. And, you know, if they get a pistol, they'll be right back into this in terms of maybe looking to close out. But if not, if EG close that out and activate early on the CTA half, that's where I think BHOP stays in this qualifier unnumbered.
Yeah, I think their time is numbered here in this qualifier, too. There is still one more qualifier, though, for BHOP, or any of you guys who are watching who want to play. I mean, we only got 97 teams this time around in NA. See if we can break 100. Break the century mark here. I think that one starts on the 3rd of September. Don't quote me, but I believe that's when it starts. And the loser will have to play in that one, but EG looking like they want to qualify here and now. They don't want to let this one go on a little too long. They want to finish this job. Job's not done until they qualify for the major, though. This is just the qualifier for the qualifier. And Silas does a lot of damage, but he's not able to come up with the kill, unfortunately for him. But the bomb's gone down, and that's already a good start here for BHOP. Although they're falling like flies now as Hex hits another headshot. Automatic creeping out of cave. Brett does get one. Swan removed, though, and Automatic taken down by Eris. The low HP Cirque falls as well. Nealon and Breeze are so far removed from the equation. Breeze is in towards CT at the very least, but the kit is so far away. Eris has a nice 1v1 against Breeze. And Nealon is coming in. His noise has been made. His presence has been spotted and known. He's going to tap, and Eris isn't going to peek because he's expecting him to have a 10-second defuse anyways. Now he'll go out late, but he already won the round at that point. Hits the headshot for good measure. And we go to a 10th round for BHOP. EG were able to get 5 out of their initial streak. If BHOP can do the same, that puts them 2 rounds away from Nuke.
Yeah, it's a great start right there for BHOP. Closing out on the pistol, making sure that they get things activated here early on that T side, right? Because, like you said, if you win the first pistol, you follow it up with consistent success, and that's where things can become bleak here. But look at this play that they're going for. Expecting more coverage from the Molly in mid, but Haley gonna dive on out into certain death. That's all that lies around the corner. Nice spam for Beaky as well to take care of Breeze. That is absolutely insane. Now 5-on-3, and this force buy looks like it's gonna have no teeth to it so far.
And no teeth at all for EG, but there's something to sink your teeth into. Automatic with a nice crispy shot onto Beaky. And maybe EG are gonna be cooking something up here. Bomb going to go down on the A or the B site, though. And Automatic also going to be going down on the B site. Cirque and Hex probably not going to fathom a retake here. They're just going to save what they have and try it again. No reason not to. And exactly what they're going to do here. Save the guns. GG go next. BHOP grab 11. If they're able to convert the next, that's 12. It's going to double up the scoreline of EG. And for EG, I don't think I've seen them down like this at all throughout this qualifier.
Yeah, right. Usually it's them in the winning position, but they allow for the teammate, the opposing team to actually claw back in. This time they're on the back foot. Again, I'm gonna hold off until we actually get that first gun round, right? If they start to convert these gun rounds, then BHOP are gonna make a case to actually close this, take it to a third, take it the distance, and that's where we can start to wonder, what on earth EG was thinking heading into this map. But before that, at the very least, we gotta have some faith in them until we see that gun round, because if they're gonna pick into this map, they have to have something ready, right? They have to have, done some practice over in Europe while they were at Blast or something along those lines. Otherwise, it's gonna be very atypical. There's a lovely shot from Cirque. He's gonna continue to peek because he knows he needs to be the man to do the damage here with the advanced weaponry. Can he overstay his welcome, though? He absolutely will. Brett's gonna tap him down. So much volley damage taking place as well, and the player in the corner kind of deal with a lot of damage here. Brett delivering, though, 28 kills right now. He's looking for a couple more. Gets the reload off, making it a 30. Actually taken away from Eris, but I don't know how much Hex can do. A couple low HP bars, sure, but he's low as well. Right around the corner, Hex gonna lie in and just make an absolute collapse. And while the bomb is planted, has coverage, though, from multiple different angles, so Hex actually trying to make this round work is just slim to none. Will eventually drop Eris, but that's the only one. So good damage on a limited buy, but here's where the question comes. Does EG ready here on Ancient?
Yeah, EG's map almost comes down to this. They lose this round, it puts BHOP on 14, presumably. And that would just really sting for evil geniuses, wouldn't it? Losing the map and the qualifier for the qualifier. And it would add a lot of questions, I think, onto the project here if this does not go right. Hex, though, with a good double spray down. The Molotov's isolating players as well. Hex goes into the cubby, too. The smoke covering his retreat. That's a good hold to make here for the young gun, the young Canadian. Spray onto Hex will do just a paltry amount. And Swan, keeping an eye on a couple different angles. We'll try again. Too much the same result. Nice one opening by Beaky onto Cirque, and that creates a little bit of room. The main problem, though, is the fact that the bomb dropped forward. The bomb was one of the first players in, and that really makes the round nigh impossible for BHOP to manage. And Hex just continues to get harassed by Swan. I feel like Swan's going to go through all the ammunition he has, though, and then eventually he'll get that kill onto Hex the way things have been going. And Hex decides to back out and away. And I think Swan only has 30 rounds left in that AK.
Yeah, not a lot at the end of the day, but not too much to worry about here. They're going to start to make their moves in towards the bomb site. Actually isolating here, and that damage easily finished off there. Breeze going to get set up with the flashbang, and it's really well placed. Great work coming from the EG camp, and it will be automatic to close. So the first gun round going the right way right there for EG very quickly. Now, I like what BHOP attempted, right? You have rounds, you have a slight lead, so they went for a massive gamble, but it didn't pan out, unfortunately, for them. So now, with the damage done to their economy in the previous round, yeah, I mean, a tough decision. They're going to go for a full investment. They got to make do with this one, right? Up in the hands of Swan, he has to have a massive amount of impact, and you got your heavy hitter, the guy with 30 kills already with the AK. So some good signs for this investment, but this is kind of an extraordinarily important round here, and not starting it off the way they'd hoped.
That's a great start for Nealon and company on EG. Good aggressiveness down middle. Two players pushing down, already getting the start. And no response at all from BHOP. They're basically split. There's a wedge that's been driven between the two groups of players. And EG have such the right read going on, too. Extra players being drawn over to the B site. But now BHOP have made the right move themselves. They're going the other direction. That's a lot of damage done by Nealon onto Brett, though. That's a lot of damage to take for one kill. And damage that BHOP really can't afford to take right now. Swan will shuffle some utility over to Brett, and he'll take another aggressive peek. But BHOP aren't going to get lucky this time. They're not going to have another overextension from EG. Breeze playing a passive A-hold, 3 stack towards B, and nobody at all in middle from the CT side. The utility on EG is also run quite dry. 2 flashes and a Molotov. Contrast that to a smoke over on BHOP. It seems like a load, but Eris is going to get swiped here. Yep, Hex just gets the timing, and I think Eris' job was done. He was the human decoy, but the bomb gets dropped, and Breeze has done more. Time is starting to tick down quite low, and the bomb plant might come through, but is Audi going to be in time? Bomb will go down, but Audie's got the strike from Donut, and into the open. Breeze will find Swan. Only 2 casualties for EG. And now things start to look a little bit smoother for the CT side. The favorites come into this one, and we'll see. Can they punch their ticket into the RMR?
That's what they're getting close to. Really crucial shot right there. I think if they could have found that player in CT spawn and Swan was able to post up in towards a more comfortable angle, then I feel like that round actually could have been something for BHOP. But with him only like landing that wall bang tag, completely different story right there. But they're kind of getting close to closing out there. Bit of a missed molly. Unfortunate. It's $600 down the drain, but at the end of the day, they're still up against just pistols here. So the fast claim of control taken from Evil Geniuses is a very good sign. Making sure to assert their dominance here. Once the rifles have come out, I don't think they've looked too bad, to be honest, and that's a good sign for them.
Little bit of damage by Automatic as the B Blitz comes on through. Nealon's still doing some damage as well, but the bomb's going to attempt to go down. Nice crossfire between Hex and Automatic, though. Hex will double down, but he's down to 3 HP. The bomb has been planted in the meantime, and that was the goal for BHOP, wasn't it? Just get the bomb down, get some cash moving forward. Don't care if EG gets a 9th round. Your job has been done. The knife was out for Beaky, but he's spammed down by a USP. And nothing coming through here for BHOP is they've only got 3 rounds on this T side, and partially due to the pistol round. In fact, large part due to the pistol round. But they need a little more support for Brett. It can't just be Brett doing it all. Need a little more support from the likes of Beaky. Silas as well definitely needs to step it up. 6 and 15, a little bit low for him. You'd want him to be up closer to the Arises or the Beakies, and he's not there just yet.
Oh yeah, Brett just is calling for some help. It's similar fashion to what Automatic was for what was it, that last map where he was like 15 and 2 and like 19 kills in the first half at one point when things started to slow down. He's like, guys, I just need someone else to maybe step it up here, because he is really playing a stunning game right now in terms of, you know, precision, finding so many opening kills. Like, it's not like he is last alive, baiting things out, hoping for last kills. This guy has been leading the pack in so many different occasions on the CT side, creating so much space. So it's incredible scoreline he's rocking with right now. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah, Brett's putting in a clinic right now. He's also putting in an application. It seems like a pretty big, hey, look at me. I can shoot heads pretty good. Sign me. But he hasn't been able to do enough to get his team a win just yet. Silas will silence Automatic, but the trades are coming back and forth. Breeze and Hex with a couple of returns. And now only 2 players left standing for BHOP. Low HP Eris and Swan on the big green. The B site, not quite open to them. The smoke will do nothing to deny, as a Molotov comes through from Breeze on the flank now. And what's Swan going to be able to do here? I don't think he can sprout wings and fly to A, and he'll get 1 for his trouble. But now it looks like EG are in full control of this one. BHOP can do nothing on this T side. I'm expecting a timeout to come through, though, from the T side. I would expect a pause before that next buy, before things get a little too close for comfort.
You could be disappointed. I don't know if we're going to be seeing too much pausing. Right now, it's all about locking down your game plan. Also, little detail, depending on, you know, what sort of coach you're rocking with, what sort of IGL you're rocking with, coaches are out of the server here as well in the RMR, so won't be calling any timeouts from the coach department. Beaky, though, man, not often does that spam get taken in reverse, right? Usually it's just Automatic that would be throwing out the damage right there, but instead Beaky going to find it. But there you go, Breeze just answers 2 immediately right back, and that's going to put him on the back foot. Hey, reclaiming space as well. Is Hex on to Brett and into a 2-on-4. Things looking a bit bleak here. Looks like EG closing the distance.
EG are definitely closing the distance fast. It's been a pretty steady ground gain for them. And there hasn't really been too much BHOP have been able to do to stop this. And it just seems like it's a matter of time before EG take full control. Might have had a couple of stumbles here and there, but in the grand scheme of the overall race, they're the stronger team, and you would expect them to win this series. Beaky one tap for his troubles, but is it enough? No. Far from it. He's trying to help out Brett. He's trying. But he needs another guy to help him too. Brett's trying to push and pull from the top. There's nobody else there to help him. Meanwhile, EG all very close. 6 between the top and the bottom right now. 19, 17, 15, 14, 13. Not really much separating the top and the bottom, so a good team effort over on EG. And exactly what you wanted to see, especially after Inferno, which was so top-heavy between Automatic and Breeze, with both those two players around 30 kills each. Ooh. That's some good damage there from Automatic. Neil with a smoke spam. Cirque already has the op, and the pistols for BHOP are getting wiped away one by one. Only Eris left standing. And he'll get 2 kills, actually. That's solid for Eris, but comes in a little too late. I'm surprised they were all just spamming the same angle. Nobody's watching the flank.
I know, dude. 3 people in Donut and no one is covering their back. Man, what was that gap right there? He nearly found a third as well. If he has a couple extra bullets in that Tech 9, old Tech 9 with 32 bullets, man. Oh, boy. That guy's having a field day. Eris is getting 3 there, no doubt, but I think his ammo ran dry, and so does his HP right there. But we're tied up here very quickly. The CT side, once the rifles have come out, EG have shown limited to no struggle whatsoever. Not a lot can be said. But nice shot. I actually did land at Beaky. Getting spammed through the smoke, but does connect a huge headshot. But Nealon, with some sharp shooting of his own, able to deal 2 headshots out to BHOP to keep that man advantage healthy in their favor here. Look, bombs down once again. How many times have we seen BHOP eliminated pretty much before the round ever even gets started? There's a minute 20 left on the clock, and you just don't think there's any chance to actually get this round going because of the bomb being dropped in such a dire position and there being such a stark man advantage for EG.
And that just gets more and more pronounced as Cirque adds another one to the tally for EG this round, and the bomb sits down towards bottom middle, with Swan having no way to get this one back. No survival for him either. Lead for EG for the first time since they had a 5-0 that turned into a 6-5 in the favor of BHOP. It's been a long time for EG since they've been in front, but it's better late than never. And yeah, BHOP just gonna buy pistols again here. A 14th looks very likely for EG, and BHOP seem allergic to timeouts, so there's also that. My own personal soapbox there.
I don't know if they have the answers actually in their like wheelhouse, right? It's always good to try and maybe get a momentum stopper, but you know, what sort of strat are they going to call out on the fly? Because there's not a lot of experience on this one. Maybe a B rush is good though, but still numbers dwindling quickly. We got Silas and Eris. Silas at least has an A1, but oh, look at this spam. Breeze tracing right on the money here, and this flank is still activating as well. So all of these problems still in the back of BHOP's mind. They need to nail some beauty shots here. Eris ready with the deagle. Steps out wide towards the ramp. Is going to drop here, and it's going to be Nealon. Another Breeze to clean things up, but doesn't matter who's cleaning it up because EG are claiming the round at the end of the day.
And that's what they want to do. Just get rounds on the board, get the win under the belt, and get ready for the RMR. That is mission number 1 here for EG. Prep for RMR. You get ready for that. And then, well, hopefully for them, they qualify for the major. BHOP, it's a good learning experience for them, though. They're getting their strength put to the test. And they'll probably be a stronger team for this one going into the final qualifier later this weekend. Again, I think that one starts on the 3rd of September. You can always double check on ESEA, but I believe that is when that one starts. If you guys want to play too, give yourself a shot. And Nealon gets 100-0 molly kill onto Silas. That's some barbecue right there. And I'm not talking low and slow. That's fast and hot. And Breeze will double down there. Automatic falls to Eris, but the damage has already been done. It's a 4v3 in the favor of EG, and they only need 2 more rounds to punch their ticket into the RMR. And what's even worse for BHOP is that they're behind the 8 ball when it comes to the buys.
Ooh.
They lose this one, they won't have a strong buy the next, and they're already losing more and more players. Breeze swings out through house. And Swan and Brett are too far spread. It's all down to Brett now as Cirque gets the kill onto the Opper. And this kind of has been a problem for BHOP too, where they've been so spread out, they've been able to get isolated one by one from the EGCT side.
Yeah, again, I mean, past the minute mark, and there's a 4-on-1 advantage for the defense, right? That's definitely a problem if you're any sort of T side, right? That's just definition. Isolating fights, taking far too many duels, or maybe it's not being able to punish some of the aggression that EG are throwing at you, right? We haven't seen any rounds where EG have been punished for their constant mid endeavors, their constant cap peeking. There's been very little presence here offered from BHOP, and again, I think that's more so just a testament to their discomfort on this map so far as a team, and just not being able to deal with what EG are throwing at them on the table here in terms of the firepower here. But a great bit of utility damage. Desperation play up the ramp side. Hex is actually going to get caught off guard, but gets a smoke down in time. In the meantime, he's lost his teammates. A team kill in the mix there for Brett, but still, the bomb lies dormant. No to recover it as well. And Cirque able to dive in and out of the smoke here. Breeze waiting outside of a smoke as well. Going to let Eris slip on by, but he's looking to recover. He's gone flash through. Noise being made here, but in the meantime, Eris is going to drop. Somehow, Breeze is able to close in on him. Beaky left last man standing. But he'll drop as well. Cirque to finish the job, and EG have qualified for the RMR. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness is, I think, the right phrase there. That's a game that EG needed to win, an RMR EG needed to qualify for in their only time of asking, because they did miss the first one as they were over playing Blast. So they weren't able to play the first RMR qualifier. They only had 2 shots. And they had to do it here and now to really establish themselves as still a top dog of the region. It got hairy, it got messy. Last night,